Hi, I'm Justin, and this is the Oblivion 80s and 90s Car and Culture Show. A little bit of background of the Oblivion setup and how we came to be. Oblivion was sort of born of frustration. A number of car shows had existed, and we were told that our 1980 products were simply not old enough and not classics to be involved in any show. And since my hair was starting to go gray at that point in time, I decided it was probably best that we celebrate the products that we grew up with 40 years ago and beyond, and show them as the classics they were. The name Oblivion was chosen for our show because everything that you see around us for our shows was destined for oblivion. It was never designed to be kept for a long term. It wasn't treasured classics the way the previous generation has, but there are classics. There are the toys that we grew up with, and they had meaning to us. So we bring them back from Oblivion. We started in 2017, and that was when we started really brainstorming for our very first show, the first show happening in 2018. We do this because, of course, the interest in things from the 80s and 90s is certainly there, but also because it's our interest. This is not a Johnny-come-lately story. I've lived in the 80s and the 90s as the stuff we grew up in, and it's always around me. I also own a DeLorean dealership, so that kind of helps with keeping us firmly planted into the 80s. But that's why we grow and continue to bring this to the public, because the public does need to feel like their past is relevant. Two cars I really love. I mean, I love all of the cars that we have here, but is of course our 1981 DeLorean that we have on display. It is a time machine that has been converted by my friend Ken Kabolowski, who is the co-founder of Oblivion with me. Ken and I brainstormed back in 2017 to come and sort of put this together into what it's kind of become, which is great. And take a look at that vehicle over there. The other vehicle that we have is a 1991 Honda Civic Special Edition with only 31,000 original kilometers. It is extremely rare because it's 100% unmodified, all OEM parts. You don't find that on any Honda Civics from that generation. It is a museum quality example. This, of course, what we're doing at the auto show is just a taste of what we do for our annual show. Oblivion is an annual show where we bring about usually 200 cars to make a really nice display and cross-section of the memories that you see here. I encourage anybody who enjoys the 80s and 90s, not just cars, to come enjoy our collectibles, our arcade, and anything else that takes you back.